ever feel like you're chasing dopamine, bouncing from one distraction to the next? She's a runner, she's a track star. You know, get it? Dopamine, you get it. It's a common feeling with ADHD. In this video, I'm breaking down why this happens, and most importantly, how you get out of these cycles. Stay till the end because each step builds on to the last one. It can make a real difference. ADHD is complex. It's a brain always searching for the next hit of dopamine, often feeling like a wild, creative storm. To capture this, I'll be painting a visual representation of what I believe is ADHD and what makes it both challenging and powerful. So, the first step to this process. The reason why ADHD is because of the chasing of dopamine. And if you're not on medication, this can be very difficult to manage, but it is possible. So what is the first step? Take it small. Gamify your steps. Let's talk about how dopamine drives so much of our behavior. Especially for those who have ADHD, our brains love that quick hit of dopamine, whether it's checking our phones, getting out of bed, or finishing a simple task. But when that quick fix is too easy to find, it sets up a loop that is too hard to break. I mean, think about it. Have you ever caught yourself in a mindless scroll, only to feel even more restless afterwards? For me, when I end up in doom scrolls, I feel like I'm not productive and therefore the whole day was not productive, even if I did something that day. Try setting a goal first thing in the morning, right when you wake up, like making your bed or standing up and deep breathing. Do all of this before you reach your phone. You'd be surprised with how starting small can set a positive outlook for the entire day. It's about building that positive feedback loop, even with the smallest actions. When I'm saying positive, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm being toxic positivity or whatever. I'm literally just saying start yourself off on a good note. Just get out of bed. That's all I'm saying. Get out of bed. Stop being depresso espresso, okay? Now, I mentioned gamifying tasks earlier, but let's get a little more into it. Make the tasks feel like a game. When you make things into small, achievable steps, creating possibly a list and marking it off, it makes it feel like a game. And therefore you get it done. It's like rewarding yourself every time you check that mark. Dopamine hit. And then you keep momentum going. It's like leveling up in a game. That's how I approach painting too. Each stroke, each color choice is a tiny win that builds towards the bigger picture. And this is where step 2 lies in. It's called chasing genuine activities. People with ADHD are wired to chase what interests them, us. But sometimes we feel like we're pulled to do things that we should do instead of what energizes us. And then this drains our motivation. Think about it. What are the activities and people that are in your life that light you up? Like, honestly, truly light you up. Your energy is like, my deer in the headlights. I'm going in this blind, for real. They light you up, they lift you up. Makes sense? So maybe rethink about who you spend most of your time with. I was listening to this video and it really resonated with me. It was like, the people that you hang out with and the behaviors that they do is basically the things that you're going to do. Let's say they do say things that you don't necessarily like. You love them, but you want to keep your distance away from them because of the things that they do in their own relationship that you don't necessarily think is healthy. Don't take advice from those friends because if you do, you'll end up just like them. Plain and simple. Maybe this isn't ADHD related, but it's just a little tidbit for you. So find activities that are authentically you. Then this leads us to step 3, finding purpose in work and life. I love this part because even if you don't have ADHD, this can still be the same for you. When ADHD brain lacks excitement, we tend to fill the gap with quick dopamine fixes like video games and other distractions. Now, I don't play video games. Oh, I do play video games. Animal Crossing, still a game. Regardless, I love building myself a little neighborhood full of little characters and stuff. If you're in a job that feels like a grind, those quick rewards become the escape. But what if you could find a mission that pulls you forward through the curse of ADHD? It's about identifying what feels effortless to you and brings a sense of purpose. Consider the things that you hyperfocus on, those activities that naturally pull you in, where you lose track of time. Your first instinct, or whatever you thought of first whenever I said that, this might be a clue to your why. Bingo, bango, bango, bango. I have been posting videos for the past 3 years, not super consistently, but consistent enough. In my own head, it's paying off. You'll get there, boo. I mean, I've already done all of this. Whether it's creative work, learning something new, or making a difference. Find what you're curious about. Gamify your tasks, or curate external triggers that keep you on track. So here's the real twist. ADHD can feel like a curse, but it also can feel like a superpower. This is my superpower. Can you guess what it is? Not giving a When we understand what drives us and set up our lives to support that, we can create a rhythm that works with our brains rather than against them. Remember, it's all about following curiosity, building consistency, and using those small dopamine hits to fuel meaningful purpose. This piece is a reminder that ADHD can feel overwhelming, but when we learn to channel our unique energy, it becomes something powerful and beautiful. It's not about fighting our brains. It's about working with them, finding joy in the process, and making the journey our own. Anyways, that's all I really have to say. Y'all know what it is.
Dopamine got me feeling like I gotta run. Need another hit or two before I'm having fun. I'm gon' quit this shit before it fucks me up.
Stay artsy, stay fartsy, and most importantly, stay magical.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that honestly was the most on-task video I've ever done in my entire life, and I'm so proud of myself. You go, girl. You go. Maybe you need to focus on your passion instead. Passion. Beautiful.
Okay, bye now. Goodbye. Ta-ta, toodaloo.